welcome back. It's your girl Jazz, and today I am doing part 2 of the Raycon E55, which is also known as the Preformer. First video was just my initial first impressions of the earbuds, the looks, the feel, how it fits my ear, the cost. I didn't have much information in regards to, you know, how they're made, not necessarily how they're made, but certain specs of the tech behind it, unfortunately. So pretty much all I have to go by is pretty much my own personal experience and whether I like them or not, because like I said, I can't use any of the, oh, it doesn't sound bad for this type of tweeter, it doesn't sound bad for, you know, for different reasons. So I just tried them out, how easy they are to connect to both Apple as well as to Android. As far as the battery life goes, it's really good. 6 hours with an additional 5 hours on using the case. And it is a wireless case, so therefore if you have wireless charge, you just set it on charge, no problem. I do like the fact that it is an updated charging port. It does have a Type-C charging port, so I like that. And I also like the fact that it has somewhat of a built-in carrier, so I don't have to buy a second case or covering for it. It does come with a strap. It's a small strap, not too where you probably be able to fit your hand in unless you're like a little kid, but it's still something better than nothing as far as keeping up with it and not having to buy an outside casing for it. They do connect extremely easy to both Apple and Android products alike. All you have to do is turn on your Bluetooth and pretty much it connects once the buds are on. Now, as far as the fit, I had no problems with it. I actually really like it. Initially looking at it, I was a bit concerned, thinking maybe this might bother me, or I might still have some adjustment period to break in for these particular earbuds, break in my ears for this particular earbud. I've had it with a lot of my earbuds that I've reviewed in the past, which I don't think I really mentioned it, just because I figured it was just me. But it seems like with just about every pair of earbuds that I've had some form of soreness the next day just from my ears getting adjusted to it. I had absolutely no issues with these, and this little piece sticks to your ear where you don't really even notice it. The only time you may notice it, if you do, would be when you're changing, you know, using the gestures that come with the earbud. The gestures based off of 1, 2, or 3 presses on the R button. The first gesture, pressing it one time, is going to either pause or play the music or answer the call or hang up call, depending on, of course, what you're doing. As far as music goes, on the second portion, or the double tap, is going to be controlling the track. So if you want to go to the next song, double tap on the right ear versus left ear, you're going to go to either restart the song or go to the previous song. The 3 taps is going to control the volume. So right ear, you're going to go up, left ear, you're going to go down. It's controlling volumes. The only downside that I have with these, as far as only, is being able to control it on both ears. If you're like me and you only wear one earbud, you're going to have the other one pretty close by to be able to control, you know, whether it be the volume or the music. Typically, I wear the left ear the most, and once it dies, of course, I switch over to the right ear. So for me to change to the next song, I would have to have my right earbud. So that, like I said, there's a couple of little tweaks. It'd be nice if there was an app, at least for the Preformer. The everyday, I can understand that you're not, you know, you're going to get what you pay for. But these are 120 bucks. So I'd expect a little bit of a step up and maybe have the app for these specifically, or somewhere where I could control the equalizer. So outside of the equalizer, which, I mean, these have a really good bass to it, but if you're listening to something that has more of a higher pitch where you don't necessarily use the bass, to be able to control and balance that out would be nice. It does have, like I said, it does have really good bass to it. I have absolutely no issues with these, but I would on the app, as far as the app goes, I would like to be able to control as well as what gestures I use. So maybe if I'm only wearing one earbud, I can choose to play, pause the song, and instead of either controlling the volume or changing the song, it'd be nice to be able to do either or on just one earbud. So 2 taps can be maybe go back to a song, 3 taps can go to the next song, or You know, 2 taps can be for the the volume going higher, and 3 taps go for lower. Something along those lines. I do like the fact that it does have the actual buttons on that rather than just having the touch sensory to it. Just because I don't know how many times I've paused music, I've hung up on people while I'm just trying to simply adjust my earbud, just because the touch sensitivity was so sensitive. And it's pretty much the entire earbud that's going to be sensitive for the most part, of course. So it was nice to be able to have the buttons so that way I know exactly if I'm adjusting the song or not. For the most part, it is pretty responsive. There have been a few hiccups where I'm changing to the next song and maybe that first click didn't, maybe I didn't press hard enough on it, and so therefore it only did, 1 click versus 2, or 3 versus whatever. Well, I do like that fact that it does have the button. It comes in handy in my opinion, but some people might want more of the touch sensitivity, which I can understand that as well. But the way it blends in with the earbud, it doesn't really stand out or anything like that. Like I said, they do fit nicely into your ear. There was no adjustment periods with these. The only issue that I have as far as the button goes is whenever I'm wearing them, of course, obviously, is when I'm changing, selecting the gestures. And sometimes, like I mentioned, if it doesn't register the first time, maybe you want to push the button a little bit harder next time, and again, you're pushing it into your ear, so you just got to be careful with that and not press too hard, because it can, you can hurt yourself, of course. Maybe that way you have the soreness for the adjustment period for these earbuds. But for 120 bucks, they're not bad at all. I like them. These might actually be replacing these might be my newest go-to earbuds. Unless I find another pair of earbuds that I need to review, and more than likely these are going to move on to the back burner. I just moved to the newest earbuds, and I just kind of keep it rotating. And pretty much, I probably need to start a collection of, or like a museum of each earbuds and brands and everything like that. So you can just, I have them all pretty much, so might as well, right? Who's going to come to my earbuds museum, right? Overall, would I recommend them? Yes, I would. I have no complaints about them. 120 bucks. Still above my price range. I'm more like to the $5–10. Just kidding. Like I said, the quality is definitely worth it. It's not like you have to worry about, am I wasting too much money on a pair of earbuds that are going to die in a week or lose connectivity? I've talked on the phone with these as well, and I have no issues with it. No breaking up on my part. If there was, it was probably the other person. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. One thing that I did learn as well on the earbuds, on the Raycon earbuds in general, if you are sharing them with a friend and so they connect it to their phone, or maybe you're connecting these buds to a friend's phone or a different device or whatever, it's best to only connect it to one device. And I say that because if it's connected to the phone, you have your phone Bluetooth off, you go to the computer and you connect it there. If your computer's still on and running and you want to switch back on your phone, you're going to have to, it's best to disconnect it, because like I said, it's going to register to the computer first, or the phone, vice versa, however you have it set up. So the last device it was set up on is what it's going to pretty much stay on, especially if it's within close proximity. Now, if you're, a friend's house, whatever, you don't have, like I said, you want to connect to maybe their computer, their phone, whatever the case may be, and you last connected it to your computer, you don't have any problems, especially if your computer's not with you. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be doing a comparison video between the E55 Raycons to the E25, well, wrong side, to the E25s. So if you want to know the difference between the two, which one's better, is it worth the price difference, you're gonna have to subscribe to see. So make sure you subscribe. In the meantime, stay tuned and stay jazzy. Thanks for watching, guys.